Thank you so much for joining us on our Unlocking Your Growth webinar. My name is Arielle. I am the Business Development Manager here at Inspection Express, and we have the lovely Elise here today as well.
Great, thank you. Sorry. So yes, hello everybody, I'm Elise. I'm one of the product trainers here at Inspection Express. Arielle's is going to be the most go-to today. She's got the best BDM info for you. I'll step in and show you some couple of little tips and tricks and things that you can do, but I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be fun.
Absolutely. So today's webinar is going to be mainly at strategies to drive revenue in property management. Dare I say it's probably the most valuable part of a real estate business. So really using your Inspection Express account to basically utilize the most you can out of it. So we've just got some people arriving slowly, property management day to day, anything pops up here and there. So we'll give some time for people to jump in. Just some housekeeping while we do wait. Any questions that you have throughout the webinar today, please pop them in the questions chat. We will answer those towards the end of the webinar, just so we can go over any questions that pop up during the webinar. For today's key topics, just to do a little overview for you. So these are the main topics we'll cover today. So how to win business with 360 AI and grow your rent roll. We don't want to stay stagnant in property management. We want to grow our rent roll and show people how we differ from our competitors in the area as well. We'll then go to building your own 360 AI Advantage Kit. This is one of my favorite tools that just isn't getting utilized enough. So Elise will show you how to create that in your admin portal that is ready to go, ready for you to use it. We'll then jump to how to create tours, track views, and market smarter, not harder. So that again is another feature in your account that you can use to advertise the property online. And there's a couple of different ways that you can use that outside of an online advertisement as well. How to then turn those 360 inspections into a new income stream, very important. And how to lease faster with 360 AI and how to start today. So very exciting. So how to position 360 inspections to your landlords. There's a couple of key features here. The key benefits for landlords. So reducing the risk of your end of tenancy disputes with a 360 full visibility and detailed report. We're no longer relying on our flat photos, hoping that we have taken something within shot at the ingoing and that's then being compared at the outgoing. We have the full 360 image ready to capture regardless of what happens at the end of tenancy. So we're basically bulletproof come the outgoing, even your routine, if you are starting to use your 360 images at your routines as well. On top of that, we're not only saving time and money, we're also able to send these links to tradespeople. So we don't have to take up a time with the tenant and the tradie, making sure they align. We can send these tours straight to the tradesman. They can walk through, give them the quote to the landlord, and it's ready to be approved in a couple of minutes, dare I say. So you don't have to wait days, weeks sometimes, depending on the tradie schedule. They can view it at 10 p.m. at night if they need to. It's ready to go, ready to be quoted on. In addition to that, we also have our high-res images, close-up condition shots, and a clear record of the property's condition. So both ways. We've all heard, oh, it's cleaner than when I moved in. Famous last words. If we had a penny every time we heard that, we actually have these side-by-side comparisons, close-up images showing the true condition at the entry and the exit. Same thing for owners. Sometimes they haven't stepped foot inside their investment property. They have no idea. They're just relying on flat photos. With the 360 image, they get the full scope of the property, the true condition of the property. So that's really helpful if you're really pushing a landlord to do any updates to the property. They can actually see what you're talking about with these high detail images as well. In addition, so they can inspect their property from anytime, anywhere in the world. I like to give the analogy, it's kind of like Google Maps for their investment property. We can look at a restaurant before we want to eat there. They can actually walk through their property anytime, anywhere in the world, looking at the ceiling, looking at the floor. Again, not hoping that what they want to see is in the shot of the flat image. They can look anywhere they want in that room. That also then broadens up investor pool by providing the option to view and invest in properties remotely. So Not only can you use this for your leasing side, you can also use this for your sales side if you wanted to. So, you know, sending that to another investor, a property on your portfolio if they're interested in buying another investment property. Same thing with buyers overseas, anyone interstate. We can send these tours, virtual tours, so that they can inspect the property anytime, anywhere. That also gives us faster leasing with online viewings and early applications without physical inspections needed. So no need to wait for the tenants to move out or lining up a time with the tenant. We can get that online as soon as the tenant gives notice, reducing that vacancy rate for your landlord, which is key when we are managing their property. We don't want to have property sitting online for, you know, 10 to 30 days, whatever that might be. With these virtual tours, we're speeding up that process even more for the landlord as well. Pinpointed maintenance as well, another fantastic feature. So maintenance can be pinpointed on the virtual tour, making quoting and issue identification so much easier. So mainly for your routines as well, when the landlord gets that reported maintenance at a routine, it'll basically show up on their report as a pinpointed maintenance. They click on that, they get the high-res image of that maintenance, and we can then send that off to the trade as well if we want to. Pin jobs in the virtual tour so contractors can quote instantly and locate work areas faster. So similar to what we were saying before, we're sending the virtual tour link, we can also send these through the Inspection Express software as well. Video and maintenance requests gives contractors a clear view of the issue. So separate to the virtual tour, we can also take videos of the maintenance. So there's a leaking tap, there's a funny noise. We can get the actual condition of what we're talking about rather than just taking a photo. We can take recorded evidence of that maintenance item, speeding up the process once again. We also integrate with multiple maintenance programs. So Tarpy is one of our best integrations. We also have Property Me and Newly Property Tree maintenance that we integrate with as well. So the intention always is just to streamline your workflow. No double handling, no double logging something. If you log it once, Inspection Express is going to do the rest for you. Personalized reports, another great feature. So the agent video feature that comes with your 360 virtual tour allows you to personalize and customize your reports for your clients. So there is very mixed reviews with property managers on these, but landlords love them. It makes them feel special. It makes them feel like there's that care factor as well. You don't have to do a personal video every inspection you do. Some agents will honestly, like they're having a good day, they're feeling their best, they'll basically video a generic video and just upload that to their routine inspections as they want. Some agencies also do a group video, you know, thank you for your business, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, depending on the time of year. Not many people do it, but I highly recommend that you do start doing it because it's such a nice personal touch. With the recommendations tab as well with your routine inspections, you can quickly add information to the routine report for your landlords. So some of those can be pre-filled templates. And it's basically a case by case, depending on where the tenancy is at, as to what you want to speak on for those recommendations for the landlord. Again, showing that care and that detail for their investment property. And the 360 Advantage Kit. This is probably one of my favorite features. So this is ready to go in your admin portal, ready for you to use. So it's basically a sheet showing your prospective landlords, whoever's doing your new business meetings, showing your prospective landlords how you will manage their property end to end. Basically, you've got your entry inspection there, the exit, their routine, as well as the marketing tour example that you can use online to advertise the property. So it's basically showing your point of difference to your competitors in the area. It's showing not only the detail in your reporting, but also a care factor in one of their biggest investments that they have. And we find this also solidifies your management fee with this type of technology. You don't have to negotiate. You're worth every cent using this type of software. They can see the value in that. I do invite you to scan this if you like, because you can also look it up on your phone or your device later on. And that'll show you essentially your 360 Advantage Kit on your phone as well. So I'll just leave that there for you if you'd like to scan it. Elise will then show us how we can make this in the admin portal, long awaited. How do we do it? Elise will now show us.
Deal. Thank you very much. Okie doke. Come on, controls. Let's work. There we go. Oh, lost my control. Sorry, guys. Half ticky. There it is. Where's my, there we go, beautiful. Sorry about that little delay there. We had to swap controls. So yes, I'm straight into my admin portal here, where we find our Advantage kits is either under your inspections tab, or you can also find it under the virtual tours tab as well. Pretty much the same spot, which is down here on the left-hand side, my Advantage kit. It does say create 360 Advantage kit. We have already set it up for you, ready to be used, but of course we can absolutely customize it. Mine is obviously set to reflect Inspection Express coloring and branding. Yours is already set to reflect your own company. So your color branding will be 100% match for you. But in step 1 here, you can absolutely customize it as much as you like. Down into step 2, that's where we find the logo for your Advantage kit. So I'm actually going to select continue in this sample here on the right hand side. And we're just going to have a quick look at the floor. My logo appears on the floor here. So the reason that we pop that brand, so it's automatically going to be branded for you in the virtual tours, but it goes on the floor so that it covers up the stand from the 360 cameras. So if I minimize my one here and zoom on in, doesn't look super attractive having that stand sticking out. So it's just nicely set to cover it up. So it's just going to make it look that little bit neater and cleaner and a little bit more professional for your prospective owners. Down into step 3, again, we have another sample agent video option here. So just like in your inspections, fantastic to put it here in your Advantage kit. So what we're doing with our Advantage kit, is sending out samples of the 360 inspections to those prospective owners. That agent video here, it just instantly starts building rapport for your company, showing them the level of customer service they're going to get from you. And again, that could be where you do a group video of, you know, this is our company and I'm this person, I'm that person. It's just that personal touch, and people really respond really, really, really well to that. So definitely a great idea to pop that in there and stand out from the crowd. Into step 4. This one is adding an additional contact information. So your Advantage kits are set per office, not per user, but they are able to be used by everybody. So let's say one of the property managers' current owners says, you know, I've got a friend who's looking for a new managing agent. Do you have something I can send them? They can send out the samples from the Advantage kit. But if you've added in on the left-hand side here your BDM information, then that query or that inquiry and etc., that's going to come directly back through to you. They can click on your mobile number, click on your email address, and just come straight through the correct channels of where it needs to be. So really, really great one to pop in there for you. Down into step 5 is your landing settings. So again, already set up and ready to be used, but absolutely customize it, make it your own. Colouring can be customised, of course, and you're very welcome to use the wording that we have pre-filled for you, but again, make it your own. You've got up to 50 characters in your title, and in your description is 500 characters that you can fill there. And the final step 6 is where you come to those samples that I mentioned before. They are literally just a copy and paste of a link. The bottom option is to download a marketing flyer. And then, yes, just copy all those different links to those different sample inspections. The top link for the Advantage kit landing page, that will be sending through exactly what we have on the right-hand side here. So that can be a really great one to post that link on the company website as well. So when people are doing their own online research for a new agency, they've got your samples here ready to go. They then just click on whichever inspection type they want to view, click on the marketing, and it will open up for them. They select continue and they go through that virtual tour. The kits and what I will show you later on as well with the marketing virtual tours, it's all absolutely part of your company's package. It's not a pay per usage or anything like that. So go nuts, get it out there in the world, use it as much as you possibly can to help you gain that new business. But yes, it's all there ready for you, and have fun with it. That's it from me for the moment. I'll make you listen to me again a little bit later on, but for the moment, I'm going to send you back to Arielle.
Thank you, Elise.
No worries. I'm sorry, again, technical difficulties here. Let's change. There we go. Beautiful. That should have come across to you now, hun.
Thank you so much. Well, can we see that on your end? That's all fed through?
Yep, perfect.
So going off the marketing tours, as Elise was so kind enough to show us how to do, with these marketing tours, we can now create a dual purpose asset. So currently, when it comes to the ingoing, when else would you sometimes use it except come the outgoing? We now have a marketing tool that we can now use online to advertise our properties. So we can turn our entry inspections into a ready-to-use marketing tour. Amazing. That's a great way to also gain additional revenue from charging your landlords for using this online as a marketing fee. You know, I hear agencies anywhere between, you know, $50 or $300 if they wanted to, depending on the market. So not only can we use that for that, we can also do advertising instantly. So don't wait for tenant vacate or access, get ahead of the market quicker. List off market, boost REA listings, more flexibility, more exposure. In addition to your marketing tours, you can also use these internally. So say that the sales agent wants to, or the owner wants a proposal on their investment property. Your sales team can use these marketing tours to do an appraisal on the property rather than walking through with the tenant and, you know, creating a bit of suspiciousness, so to speak. Any new property managers that join your team, they can also use these tours to get familiar with their portfolio. So they don't have to do their first routine inspection to actually see the property. They can walk through the property anytime, anywhere, especially when a tenant's calling saying, oh, this is happening in this room. They can walk through the property as if they're there with them, talking them through something. So it's basically giving an ingoing another purpose, which is so essential in this type of environment. We then have our extra revenue generator. So this is a great way to sort of calculate your return on investment with Inspection Express. So this is another case study that we have done. So a property manager emailed 400 landlords. Would you be willing to pay an extra $70 a year for 360 virtual inspections? Within 24 hours, 72% of those landlords came back with a yes. Are we surprised? No, we're not. But if we think about it, that's 288 landlords with $70 extra a year, giving you about $20,000, give or take, in additional revenue that year. So with your upgrade cost of $3,000 a year, that's essentially an extra $17,000 in your revenue stream from having this type of software. So landlords see the value in this type of thing. Landlords, most of the time, do care about their investment property. They see the value with this type of software. So with you as their agent providing them this type of technology, they know they're in safe hands and it's a win-win. I do invite you to do the ROI calculator on your end. All you need to do is just scan this QR code, enter in your properties, how many routines you'll do and what type of fee you would charge for that. And it'll give you a calculation on how many, like your year 1, year 2 profit and how much revenue you can actually gain from charging for this type of technology as well. So I'll leave that there for you. Just scan it on your phone. You will also get a recording of this webinar after today's webinar ends. So you can also go back to this in your spare time as well, if you'd like to scan that down the track. Oh, sorry, I skipped ahead. But Elise will now show us how to do those marketing tours and how to basically extract your ingoing into a marketing tour, which is very key. So here we go. Over to you, Elise.
Thank you very much. Okie doke, let's, just waiting for it to kick in for me, sorry. Here it comes. All right, so I'm actually going to change my screen into my Inspection Express app, and I'm going to show you how you can convert those existing 360 inspections that have already been completed into a marketing virtual tour. They can also be created from scratch, so brand new properties to your rent roll and etc., or ones that haven't, you know, that come up available now and you haven't had those 360s on them previously. So you can create them from scratch as well. We're going to start off with converting though. So in my app, I'm in my inspections tab. Any inspection that's a 360 and has either been finalized or archived can be converted. So I'm going to go with this 360 Station Street in Melbourne here. In my finalized status, I'll just select that drop down. A lot of options, but my third from the bottom is to create a marketing virtual tour. Confirm, or yes to confirm, I should say. And we've been brought into the virtual tours tab, and it's right here at the top already in a draft status. If I select that draft, I can straight away publish it I should probably preview it first though, make sure it looks good. And if it doesn't look good, I can edit it. So that's what I'm going to do very quickly. This is the first 360 that was taken at that inspection. I'm going to scroll down to our living room and we're going to have a quick look in there. Just select the photo. So as I said, we're checking it to make sure it looks good and making some changes to it. So, you know, remember, this is your marketing. Presentation is key. And particularly when you're converting inspections, you know, you're doing your inspections in a timely manner. So you're not necessarily paying too much attention as to which direction the camera is facing and all those sorts of things. So there's all these changes that you can do later on to make it more presentable. A great one for marketing is your pathways. So pathways really just make the virtual tour like Google Maps, where you click on the arrow to move further through the images, and it's going to give people that true feel for the layout of the property. They know which doors leading to which room, and they know that the property suits their needs. Particularly when, you know, you've got properties available that don't have a floor plan available, the owners haven't wanted to spend that extra amount of money. You can save them that extra amount of money with your virtual tours and having the pathways in there. So I'm very quickly going to create a pathway to our kitchen. The crosshairs that I've got in the center of my screen here, I'm just going to place them where I would like to go, where I want this pathway to send me to. So I want to go through to the kitchen, select that pathway icon, tell it which room, being the kitchen, and then just select the photo. So that we don't get stuck in the kitchen, we want to be able to go backwards out to the lounge room as well. Up the top of my screen, I now just pop my green crosshairs where I've come from, and then confirm pathway in the middle, and it's done. I've now got that telling me, I mean, obviously I can see it's the kitchen, but it's also telling me what room I'm going to. So behind closed doors for bedrooms and etc. There are a lot of things that we can do in our More button here to increase the presentation of the property. I won't go through all of them, but I am going to highlight just a couple for you that are really good. We can blur and obscure portions of our 360s. Anything that might need to be blurred for privacy. If you've captured your car rego out the front, or the property manager did it at the inspection time, photos that are on the walls, anything you need to blur for privacy. So I'll select that. Whatever falls within this box is what I'll be blurring. So I've got a NBN box on the bench there. I'm just going to position it there, pinch and zoom in or out to make it larger or smaller, and confirm in yellow. And there we go, that NBN box is now all blurred out. And that will remain that way forever. It cannot be undone by anybody. Your marketing virtual tours get posted online, which means they're accessible all over the world, which is great. But yes, privacy can always remain intact that way. Into More again. Do little things like changing your photo labels. So the photo for bedroom 1 with in the main part of the room, and then the second 360 in the walk-in wardrobe, that'll automatically label itself bedroom 1 number 2. Change it to say walk-in wardrobe, butler's pantry, whatever else it might be, just increase that presentation. Set a landing 360 photo. Pick your hero room. Maybe it's your entertainer's kitchen. Make that the first thing that people see when they enter the virtual tour. Or if you want them to start out the front of the property, make that your landing 360. A really important one, particularly when you're converting from inspections. As I said, property managers might not be paying attention to the placement of the camera where it's looking. So you can adjust your default angles. So let's say we're going to go through to the kitchen now, and we're looking at a little bit of an odd angle here. It's not overly centered. We can adjust that, make it more presentable. Quite often you'll find they open up, you know, maybe a bit like this, just on a very small portion. So into More, adjust default angle, and then just position the crosshairs where it looks better. Center it more towards that wall, or back looking towards the lounge room, a feature wall, whatever's best. Confirm. And then now when people enter into the kitchen from the lounge room, that's the angle that they're going to see. Make it that bit more presentable. So go through, make everything look fantastic. Once you're happy with it, done in the bottom right. Scroll back up to the top to our draft status. Select that drop down. You can again preview it. This time I'm going to go straight to publish. And yes, to confirm. So as I said, we're publishing a link online. We're posting it online. So we do set expiry dates for them if you don't want that property found when it's not actually available. It will automatically set to a 3-month expiry. You can easily plus a certain number of days. There's a custom date range, and there is absolutely the option to set it to never expire as well. I'm going to stick with my 3 months, so publish, and there's that link. I now just copy and paste however I want to get it out there in the world, embed it into a QR code, include it in your ad campaign, post it on social media, however you're going to get it out there. So that's converting an existing inspection. Very quickly, I did mention that you can create them from scratch as well. So in my virtual tours, at the top, I have a plus button. That's going to bring me to my Inspection Express portfolio. So it does need to be a property in Inspection Express. It does not have to be in your trust system, however. It can just be added into your properties tab here. It doesn't have to have renter information or owner information attached to it. Just add it in as a standalone property. Select that property here. It will then open up like this once I confirm it. And you select your 360 icon and start taking your 360 photos. So really simple and easy. I'm just going to change my screen back into the admin portal. And I just want to show you in there where we can manage our marketing virtual tours and some extra information that you can get from them. Okay, so into my virtual tours tab, and up the top is the virtual tour I literally just created. We've got our date and time here. Over on the right hand side, we've got the drop down. We can view our virtual tour, extend the expiry date, deactivate it and delete it so it's gone, the campaign's going longer or shorter than expected. You can undo all of those options as well. If it's already expired, you can reactivate it. Copy your virtual tour link again and view your analytics. Analytics can also be found in that little blue box next to the active. Of course, my virtual tour here doesn't have any analytics on it, so I've got one prepped and ready to go for you. So this has come from an actual client, so these are true, real analytics, and this is what you'll get from them. So you get your total visits to your marketing virtual tour and the average time spent. You get your total unique visitors and devices used, your sources of traffic, top sources of traffic, and all sources of traffic, countries of origin. As I said, it is being posted online, viewed all around the world, and you will see what countries are viewing it. It's really, really handy. Your browsers that are being used, and personally, I think the most useful is the most viewed 360. So as I said, you set your hero room of the entertainer's kitchen as the landing 360. But from here, you're actually finding people really aren't viewing that. More they're looking at the outdoor area with the fantastic views and etc. So if that's the photo people like the most, use that info. Make that the cover photo for your ad campaign so that when they're scrolling through the masses online, that's the first thing they're going to see and they're more likely to click into your ad campaign. But that is, again, it from me on your marketing virtual tours. I'll send you back to Arielle again. And just a reminder before we do reach the end, any questions? I know there have been a couple pop through. Any more, pop them in the question field and we will answer those before we let you all get on with the rest of your Friday.
Yes, absolutely. Thanks, Elise. Is my internet okay for you, by the way?
Yeah, you're okay.
Okay, because it's giving me the spinning wheel of death. So would you mind just showing the slide that I'm supposed to be showing, because it won't let me do that on my end.
Just give me a moment to find that one out. You might just have to send the controls back to me while I find it.
Okay, I can't click into anything on my end.
Here we go. All right, let me see if I can steal it back from you.
Sorry, I thought that.
No, you're okay. I've got it. I stole it back.
Thank you. Putting out, you know, I'm sure the PMs can relate.
Yes, absolutely. It's certainly not. We're not the only people that have these sorts of issues. That's for sure. All right, let's give you the right screen this time. There you go. All you.
Wonderful. So this is basically a QR code for our landlord flyer and our social media tile. So these are assets that are accessible to you. So with the landlord flyer, this is a great way to basically introduce Inspection Express to the landlord. Again, as your point of difference, the software that you're using, and basically how that reporting will then flow into the management of the property. Same thing with your social media tiles. So these are a great way, you know, to take the thinking out of what to post on social media. You can use some of these tiles. They will be accessible to you on Canva as well, so that you can edit them as you need to. But it's just nice to sort of put onto your Instagram, LinkedIn, social media, whatever that is, just as like a social media asset to advertise that you are using Inspection Express for your property management side of the business.
That's the last one.
Wonderful.
That's the last slide there, hun.
Sorry,
Beautiful.
is this start using it?
Sorry? Start using it today? Yep.
Yeah, so the landlord fire and the social media tiles?
Yep. Yep, that's the last slide.
Yeah. So should we jump to any questions that have come through?
Absolutely. So I'll leave the screen sharing up there for you. So the first question we've got here is managed app. I'm pretty sure I saw that question pop through when we were talking about pinpointing your maintenance into your inspections, and that the programs that we integrate beautifully with. So assuming that's yes, that you use managed for your maintenance. It's not something that we do have that integration with currently. These things do always change in the future. If it comes through, as Arielle said, was Property Me, Property Tree, Tarpy, Maintenance Plus as well, being bricks and pages too. So they are at the moment the only ones that we have that ability to automatically send the maintenance back through to. But as I said, in the future that may change. But yes, currently that's what we've got. Another question we've got here, is there an option to black out tenants' personal belongings and allow us to use for future routine inspections? So that blur feature that I showed you in the marketing virtual tours is absolutely optional in your inspections as well. That more button is still there once you've got your completed photo, and all of those options that I showed you will appear there. So yes, absolutely, you can blur anything you like. Absolutely. Yes, another one saying they arrived late, and can you get the recording pretty please? Since you are so nicely. Yes, everyone is absolutely automatically going to get a copy of this recording once we have received it back, so no problems at all. Once the marketing virtual tour has been published, can we amend the date for say 3 months? Again, yep, absolutely. You can always extend it, as I said, in the admin portal, the drop down on the right hand side, make any changes you need to. Yep. We are connected to managed app maintenance request too. Beautiful, already answered, love it. And thanks, you're welcome. No worries. There is also some hands raised from Shelley. I'm assuming you're wanting to actually ask something. We can't unmute you, I'm afraid, but in the control panel, there should be an actual question field that you can type out any questions that you might have. So we won't shut you off yet, give you a chance to find that there, and hopefully you can then type out any questions that you've got. That's there. I'm just double checking myself, make sure I've answered everything else. There we go. While we're just allowing some time for more questions to come through, obviously, yes, you've joined this webinar today. We do run webinars every week. Sometimes the topics are exactly the same every week. Sometimes we add new special ones like this one. So absolutely keep an eye on it. If you get our newsletters, our fantastic marketing girls do let you know of any special events that are coming up. But our webinars are absolutely free to join. Check in under that help tab in the admin portal and under webinars, see what we have coming up, and come along when you can and see what you can learn. We have long webinars, short webinars. I think the longest they ever go for is about half an hour, or with the exception of us today at 34 minutes. But generally they tend to run pretty well on time. But yes, that's there. Okay. Oh, yep, got some more questions. Beautiful. Are there tips to make 360s look their best? So, I mean, technically your 360 camera does have a front and a back. The back has the screen on it. So yes, the other side of it, point that where you want it to be. But as I showed you in the marketing, you can always adjust the angles and all those other sorts of things. It can get a little bit confusing when which way it's directing and etc. You can always, yeah, make those edits later on. Oh, you were having trouble hearing us when you logged in, but you're good now. Okay, good, wonderful. And again, if you have missed anything due to background noise or anything like that, you can always catch up in the recording. How can we register for training to use these tools efficiently? Again, come along to our webinars. You can also just reach out to the training team. We have lots of little tutorials that we can send out to you. So it's just training@ipropertyexpress.com. Shoot us an email and we can send anything out to you and address your specific office and what your needs might be, and we'll see what we can do for you. Is there a webinar just for routine setup with 360? That is one of the webinars that we do on a regular basis. Once a month, we do a routine inspection masterclass. I actually did it 2 days ago. So we, if you like, I can send that to you. I'm just making note. And again, anyone else who's wanting any specific recordings, just reach out to that training chat and we can send you recordings. In that recording, I don't look at the 360 side of routine inspection so much, because how you do your 360s is exactly the same at every inspection type. It doesn't change. So in that routine masterclass, I just highlight the features within a routine inspection. So if you're needing to see how to use the actual cameras, Fridays, so being today, 1 till 1:30, I do a webinar with using your 360 cameras in a entry inspection. So welcome to come along to that any Friday that you've got free, including today, if you can. Yeah, right. So you, from the same person who asked about specific training, you think there's a lot of features that you may not be using. Yeah, look, it's one of those things that it's not just today that I take up a little extra time than I'm supposed to. I quite often do go a little bit over in my training because I want to show you absolutely everything, but it is near impossible. The masterclass recordings are the best for that, where we do look into the things that you don't see every day and you don't have time to investigate when you're at your inspections. So there's the routine masterclass, as I mentioned. There is also a entry inspection masterclass that we do as well. And again, I'm not looking at the 360 photos in that, it's just all those extra little tips and tricks. So yeah, absolutely have a look through. We've got a thank you. You're very, very welcome. And again, yes, you appreciate our time. Thank you. We definitely much appreciate you guys coming. We do love doing special webinars like this. It's just tailoring it to what our clients are going to need to know. So it's a lot of fun for us too. So glad you've enjoyed it as well. And can I send you the routine inspection recording? Absolutely. I'm jotting your name down as well. Beautiful. All right, I'll double check myself. Oh no, another 2. Our team need to understand how we can make effective use of routine inspections with managed app and how both the softwares are connected. So yeah, beautiful. Pop that in an email to our training team and we can see what we can send out to you specifically to cover all of that and go from there. Absolutely. Oh, lots more, I think. Thank you. This is an absolute game changer. It is absolutely. It's really a fantastic feature that we have available. And you're also interested in the routine. No worries. I think I've actually trained you. I could be wrong. Could be another person with a very, very similar name. Is there information about how to do pathways? Yes, absolutely. The other thing as well, you can always reach out to us, come along to webinars. Also, under that help tab in the admin portal is our knowledge base. If you search into their pathways, you'll find a short 2-minute video on how you can create pathways as well. So absolutely use the knowledge base as well. That's absolutely there. And again, something we're always updating and changing when we have a new feature or something that people want to know how to do. Another for the routine. Come on. I am absolutely taking note here, but if you're expecting something to come through from me and it does not, absolutely, again, just shoot an email to the training team. Again, that email is training@ipropertyexpress.com, and just we'll send it out that way in case I miss. Another one. Cool. Another one. Okay. And another thank you. You are very, very welcome. All right. Again, I've reached the end of the questions field there. So we'll probably wrap up now. What do you think, Arielle?
Yeah, I think so. Let's go back to property management thing, shall we? But I hope this was valuable for everyone. I hope you learned something new today. And like Elise said, you know, if you have any clarity questions or want to discuss anything further, reach out to training, reach out to support team, whoever will get back to you regardless of what the topic is.
There's always someone here ready for you.
Yes, always. I'm sorry for my technical difficulties. I basically can't see anything. I can just hear you. So.
All right, good. Winning.
What is that?
Gotta love peak times in Wi-Fi.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining, everyone. Hope you have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thank you, Arielle, for doing this one with me. It's a lot of fun. I really like this one.
Yeah, me too. This was great. See you guys again somewhere down the track.
Yep, absolutely. Thanks, everyone. See you later.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.